Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today, we're going to be taking a look at the Pro Modular Multi-FX Processor, and it's all a bunch of sumFX. There's a lot of bang for your buck with this app. So grab onto your ankles, folks. We're going to do this thing. But first, a message from our sponsor. Good morning. Hope you're all doing well. So yes, indeed, Russ8889 will be, well, he's not on the show, but his second part to his documentary is happening here on the show on Thursday US time and Thursday UK time, Friday Australian time. And it is part 2 of his documentary. I'm being attacked by skulls. Part 2 of his documentary series, Dog Tracks to Delicate Giants. And in that documentary, he'll be featuring one of the brand new tracks from the new Delicate Giants album, which has been a year in the making. Very exciting stuff that's happening this week on the show. And I can even give you times and dates like that. So it's happening. There's the times. It is Thursday, UK and US. So there are the times right there. And it is, I haven't watched it yet, but it is, I'm sure it's going to be as cool as the last one. Boom. Who am I? I'm Jade. This is How to App on iOS. I hope you're all doing good and recovered from yesterday's Bananas show where we trained an AI, Pete Johns. It was outrageous. I had so much fun doing that show that next week we're taking it even further. We're going to be looking at MusicFi again next week and doing something really outrageous. And I am going to be trying to train an AI, wrong screen, an AI death metal growling voice of my voice. Because heaps of people have asked me over the years, I'd love to do death metal growls like you. So I'm going to try and train an AI in all of my multiple levels of death metal growls and see if we can put it on the MusicFi page so you can use it. I don't know if it's going to work. I have no idea, but we're going to give it a go and see if we can actually train the AI to do that. Exciting stuff. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to our Wart Warriors. For $1 a month, you can become a Wart Warrior and get cool custom emojis in the chat of your faces that you can throw around. And every now and again, we do some cool quizzes and stuff, which there will be one coming up soon. Thank you, Thomas, for putting the link. You click the join down below. Hello, Thomas. Always good to see our head moderator here. It's and Brad Example. Hello to you. Gregory O'Sullivan. Hello, Many Vibes. How is it legal? Let's ask Brad.
Yeah, right on. Thank you for doing that.
Yep. I don't know. It seems to be legal. It is legal. So if you give consent, so you can give consent, I guess. And if you don't,
up yours, woke moralists. We'll see who cancels who.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway, hello, Leela. What's going on? Leela just had a fantastic show over on her channel. And she did some fantastic artwork as she does on this day in Procreate. Hi, Chad. What's happening? Who else do I... Hi, Jim Shannon. What's going on? Let's see who else is here. We got... I think I saw this dude. Let me see if I can find him in the chat list. Brad Skulls. Ed Zielinski, what's going on? See this dude here? Click on Ed's name. Go over to his YouTube channel. Go and subscribe to Ed Zielinski because he's currently doing app reviews as well. And they're a little bit different than everyone else's. So go over there and support Ed. He's been a long time supporter of this show. So go over and support my friend Ed Zielinski. He's a really great human being. We love Ed. And he's got some really good content happening at the moment. So go over and do that. It would make me happy, and it would make Brad say...
Yeah, right on. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, thank you for doing that. Who else is here? Frayed Ends of Smitty, hello to you. And if I've missed anyone who's at the top of the chat, I will try and catch up. Let me see. I think I've got most of you. Look at Brad and his bloody skulls. All right. Thanks, Thomas, for putting the link up for Russ's documentary. Many vibes. Like I said, hello to you. Okie dokie. We've got a really cool app to look at today. Yeah, it's a really fun app. You don't consent? Don't consent. All right. So we've got a really cool app to look at today. Let's jump over and look at price drops and stuff like that before we get into it. So over here at thebeatcommunity.com, this is where you can get all of your latest information on price drops, iOS software, desktop software, samples and expansions. All of it you can find along the top. It is thebeatcommunity.com. Go and support them. They do a lot of work to keep updating all their stuff so you know what's happening. Baby Audio, price drops, all their apps, Disco DSP, all apps down. OSC, sumFX, that's what we're looking at today. StrongSoft have released a bundle for a bunch of their apps, and I'm hoping to get all their apps and do a one show on all their apps at once. Octocron's on sale. FAC Bandit's on sale. Man, there's a lot of sales on it at the moment. It is crazy. And let's have a look at some of those sales quickly, shall we? I'll just do a quick refresh. Crystalline by Baby Audio, there you go, is $19.99. Helium's on sale for $9. Scope, Schroeder, OPL, OBXD, Octocron, as we said, FAC, Bandit. There are so many apps on sale at the moment. It is just ludicrous. E.g. Pulse, Spatializer, Low Fly, Dirt Fly Tape, Chompler, Butter Synth, Swarm Instruments up the wazoo. They're all $10 off. I'm going to be using some of those today. Synthmaster's still $6. It's crazy, crazy stuff. So lots of apps on sale. Plus, I have a rumor that something else is coming out really exciting. You want me to give you a sneak preview? Check this out. This is on its way. Good Lord. I saw this last night and realized this is happening. This real guitar that is on PC. This thing has been around for a while on PC, and it's coming to iOS by Music Lab. Oh my God, we're getting a real guitar simulator. It's happening. It's actually happening. It's coming to iOS. Game changer much? So you're going to have to keep your eyes open. From what I hear, it's coming at the latter half of this year. So you're going to have to wait a little bit longer, but gimme. I know Thomas is excited. Gimme. I'm frothing at the mouth over this one. Damn straight. All right, where were we? Let's come back. Yes, even Audible video. Hello, Audible. Very exciting stuff. It is. That's the beginning, man. There's something like that comes over to iOS. The sky's the limit. It's happening. Anyway, let's focus on another app that's come over here to iOS from desktop, and this is through OSC Audio. This is their second app that they have dropped on iOS, and, you know, it's awesome. We're getting more and more desktop apps coming over to iOS. Today's app, this is sumFX. I love the name of it. It just makes sense because what you get with it is sumFX. That's what you get with it. It's $5, totally worth your time. I kind of look at it as like an not overcomplicated, God, what's that thing that Oh man, I hate it when my brain stops working. Hey DOE, what's happening? IK Multimedia's multi-FX rack. What's it called? Can someone help me? Something. Brad will know. What's it called? The expensive one with all the racks in it. It's like that anyway, yeah. But Mixbox, there we go. Thank you, Gregory. It's like Mixbox, but a lot simpler, yeah. Whole bunch of effects in it. It's $5. You really can't go wrong with this thing. It's very sweet. So let's jump over, as we do at the beginning of every show, and look at a project I made last night. We're going a little bit industrial metal today with today's project. I need to set up a few things. We need a microphone over here. So we've got a mic. Thomas will love this. We're going a bit industrial metal today. And I need a guitar. So we're grabbing the 7-string today. You can tell we're getting serious if we've got the 7-string out. Shall we go double screen? It's a bit dark. My camera's a bit dark today. Let me just, you know what? I'll fix this up for you guys before we get into it. I didn't realize how dark my second camera was today. Drum camera. Let's lighten this thing up a bit. Just bear with me. Technical difficulties. There we go. That's a little bit lighter, yeah? You can kind of see what's happening now. Okay. So we've got the Black Beast out. And, yeah, I'll shut off this mic. And let's see. So I'll just quickly show you. We've got a sumFX. We've got a bunch of them here. So we've got a sumFX on every instrument of this little project I made last night. Okay, let's do it. right. Bit of fun to kick off the morning. Okay, let's take a look at this app, shall we? Let me catch my breath. We'll leave this drum beat in. How about this? What do I actually have in here? Let's see what this pattern is that I've got in here. It was one of these. Guess probably this one. Wicked. Okay, so this is a multi-FX. Let me grab my mic. It's in the wrong place. So this is a multi-FX rack, as I said. We've got one on each of these instruments here. Let's show you what it does. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of stuff in this thing. It's quite mind-blowing. For $5 that you get all this stuff. So we'll use this in here first, then we'll open it up lastly over in Logic and show you that it works over there as well. As you can see across the top here, you've got an undo and a redo button. We've got a load chain preset. This takes you to your Files app. Okay. You've got a save chain. So when you save things, you're saving them to the Files app in here. So you can save your chain presets in your Files app and load them. You can reset the chain. We'll do that right now. You hit reset. It cleans everything out. Instant. We've got a redo button, which isn't going to bring that chain back. But see, we did the undo there and a redo. So your undo's really good for making changes. We can reset this change again. Undo will bring it back. Nice stuff. We have 8 chains across 8 your effects. And there is just a huge selection. So down the bottom here actually is, and I've got to stop saying actually. I always do that actually. Exactly, Brad.
Yeah, right on. Thank you for doing that.
Yep. So we have, what it is down the bottom is an LFO. So we've got 2 LFOs, one on the left, one on the right, that we can chain these up to our effects. Pretty cool. So to check out your slots, you just click up the top to show each slot, and you'll see it highlights when you click on it, like so. And where it says empty, or where there's an empty space here, when you click there, then you are given the list of effects. So we've got dynamics, filter, modulation, reverb, delay, EQ, pitch, and utility. Let's click on dynamics first, and you are given this screen. So if I click off this to slot 2, it's blank because there's nothing in slot 2. And it's currently not on. So if I hit play on these drums, there's nothing happening here. You need to turn on the effect for each button, which is this little on button. When it is lit up, you can see we've got action now. So currently we have a compressor on here. Hi Mix Club. And within each of these effects, so dynamics, you have a multitude of effects as well. You've got a compressor, you've got a limiter, a noise gate, and an expander. And you can see as we choose these, they change out. So we've got a noise gate in there, we've got an expander, compressor, and all of your usual knobs that you would find inside a compressor, yeah? Hey, Pete Johns, my AI buddy. So you've got your attack, release, threshold, your ratio for your compressor goes up to 19. Your makeup gain. And we have this wonderful little viewing panel here to see what's going on with your compression. Nice stuff. Now what is also cool, hi Frank Terzo, as I said, you can apply an LFO to anything. So if I go down here to our LFO 1, look what you can do. You can send an LFO over to the over to the threshold. Yeah. So now we've got an LFO running to the threshold of our compressor. We can change sine, triangle, saw, random. So a nice selection of things. If we press the plus button, you can do a minus or plus. So go in the minus, plus. Let's change the rate of this LFO. We're on a square. Let's go to a sine wave. So now you can see we are controlling the threshold of this compressor. That's pretty neat. Not really practical, but very cool. Very interesting for, interesting sounds. As I said, we've got a limiter here now. And now you'll see that we've changed to the limiter. And now this is, we can set this, so this is whatever's chosen here, the LFO will follow, yeah? So we've gone to the limiter and now the threshold's moving there. And now the same for the noise gate. See, the noise gate's controlling the threshold. If we turn this back, we're actually modulating the threshold of the noise gate. Wicked stuff. And to turn it off, it's very simple. You just click up here and turn it to an empty track. And now it's off. You've got two LFOs, as I said, for each of these effects that you've chosen. Each slot has two LFOs you can use. So we've got our expander here. Nice stuff. There's your dynamics. Let's turn off that for now. Second slot, let's go for filters. So here are our filters. We have low pass. Look at all these options for low pass. Low pass up to 24, high pass up to 24. Performance, lots of options for filtering. Turn it on. Here's our filter. So obviously we can start modulating this cutoff here. Now what else is cool, you can probably hear this filter now is in stereo, yeah? Thomas asks, is this really high on DSP or do you just have a lot of apps open? Well, yeah, I've got a full project, Thomas, so there's a lot of shit going on. So it's actually not as heavy as what you would think. It's actually quite light. It's just, let's go in and remove these to show you, get you a better idea. I've got guitar, pedals, everything going. We should see this drop a fair bit. And scalar's running as too. Scalar takes up a fair bit. There you go. So we're down to 13. DSP, many vibes, is this thing up here. It is how much of the system resources of the iPad is being used. So we're only at 11%. So pretty cool. And while we're on this page here, how good is this? You can, on this page here, you can flick between these things. So you can change slot one's effect on the fly. That's pretty damn cool. So we've got a filter running right now, yeah? And you can see we've got a cutoff 1 and a cutoff 2. And if you've got headphones on, I hope you've got headphones on, you should be able to hear one filter's on the left and the other filter's on the right. We've got stereo filtering happening here. That's bananas. So if we connect this one to our filter 2 cutoff, let's do that. We've got filter 2 cutoff going now. you can get some pretty crazy stuff going. But if I click link, now we've got everything connected as one. So you'll see a lot of the time this little link button, which will bring everything in together. So both left and right are connected together. Let's change the resonance here. So now we've got some LFOs controlling the resonance. Pretty neat stuff to have these two LFOs in here. And yeah, over here are all your filter options. So there's that. Let's turn off those filters. Okay. Let's go over and have a look at the next effect we've got. So we've got modulation. And in modulation, we've got chorus, flanger, phaser, vibrato, tremolo, auto pan. So wicked. Let's turn on this modulation. We've got chorus. And you'll see here in the little waveform section, we've got a pre and post. We can turn these off. So let's put on a pre-chorus. Pretty neat stuff. So that's our chorus. We got a flanger. Again, all of these can be absolutely modulated. We got a phaser. I mean, for $5, it's pretty nuts. And to be able to run them all at the same time, if we turn all these back on, our DSP is still sitting 14%. This ain't taking a lot of memory. So we've got a phaser in there. We've got a vibrato. Let's play with the vibrato. Let's bring that up. We've got a tremolo. We can shape the tremolo with so a saw, random, triangle, square. How cool does that sound? And of course, we can go in here because we're in slot 3, remember, and we can change the rate of this. We can modulate anything. And all these modulations can run independent of each other. So there's our tremolo. We've got an auto pan. I love how when you flick between the instruments, the modulation moves with the selected sound, yeah? The selected effect that you're using. So a nice auto pan. So there's your modulation. Let's check out reverb. So basically you've got a reverb in here. Let's give this a big wet sound. Ooh.
Yeah, right on. Thank you for doing that.
We've got to turn it on, remember? Boom. So we can color this reverb, which is pretty much like a low high pass. We can dampen the sound. And we've got this little freeze button here. So if I hit freeze, that reverb's frozen. Let's unfreeze it. So pretty cool reverb there. What's next? We're on slot 5 and we got a delay. Let's turn on the delay. We'll turn down the dry mix and give this some wet. And once again, you'll see we have a left and we can unlink this and now we can bounce our delays, yeah? So we've got our right delays, repeats. Let's make sure the wets are up nice and loud. And we can pan both of these. So this is just the wet sound we're hearing. Let's bring in the dry mix. Pretty damn cool. And we can sync these as well. So see, we've got our rates. We can unsync these. So when it's sunk, it is sunk to the BPM of your project. And to bring it all back under one, we just link it together and now we've got everything connected. So there's our delay. Slot 6, we've got EQs. Look at this wonderful EQ we have here. So we've got high pass, we've got it turned on. So we've got a high pass in here. Quickly just rip out that low end. We've got a low shelf. Yeah, we got a low shelf in dB, so you can bring that up. We've got everything. Bring up your low gain, move your frequency of your low, see that moving, and you've got this wonderful little readout here. This thing's wicked. We've got a Q, so we can really cue that up. See, now we've got a low Q in there. So we can do the same with our mids. Bring up the Q. Pretty neat, yeah? And again, all of this, so what do we got? Let's do our mid gain. I don't think so. So we can't use our LFO for that, it looks like. For the, oh no, we can over here. Or we can send the LFO to there, but we can't actually connect this to the EQ. That's a bummer. That would be cool. So there's our EQ. Lovely. What can we put in this slot? We've got pitch in this slot, and in here we have a doubler, a harmonizer, and full. Should we try this on some vocals? We'll do that. So we've got a doubler here. We've got to turn it on, of course. Boom. So we can control the pitch. Let's send this LFO over to the pitch. And again, we can unlink these and send this to the right pitch. So that ought to mess with your brain, even if we put in some reverb. Pretty good stuff, man. This thing's wicked. We can take down our dry mix and leave it all as wet. Make sure we got it connected. So that's our doubler. We've got a harmonizer in here. Let's turn off these LFOs. So there's our pitch. Awesome to use like on your vocals, guitar, whatever you want. Utility, this is our last one. So, I mean, sick. Sick. In here we have a hard clip, a tarn. I don't even know what that is. Asymptomatic, we've got a bit crusher. Let's turn it on. So we can change to mono. We've got stereo. Hi Ashley, Andy, pole vault, Abe the band. There we go. There's some crush. We can down sample. We can saturate. And of course we can modulate. Can we modulate with this? No. We've got a power tube here. So lots of options for preamp tube, a transistor. Hey Falcro. Man, now we're getting noisy. We've got a hard clip. So lots and lots of effects in here to be able to play with. It's value for money plus $5 to have a full chain here. We can even copy things. So if I click on this, I can copy and then paste this. See how I did that? So if I click on number 2 here, so it's selected. You can tell if it's selected, it's lit up white. We head down here and hit copy. I can now go over here to this slot 7 and paste this sucker in. Bang. Now we got the filter over there. Just really nice. Really nice. We can save this chain. If I like this chain, I can go over here to my, let's just go to iCloud, create a new folder, and we'll call this sumFX chains. And now we've saved that. And now if I want to load a chain, make sure we got by date. There's my chain. So really easy to save and share your chains with people. And you can also, I think, can you save presets in here in AUM? Let's see. New chain. Let's clear this, reset the chain, and see if we can load it from AUM. Didn't work. That didn't work. It's frozen. Has it crushed it? It's killed it. So don't do that. There you go. Don't do that. Oh no, what have I done? Have I screwed the whole thing up now? It's not loading ever again. I've destroyed it. Mind you, I am running the beta. I need to be clear on that because of things. Well, there you go. I've broken it. Let's just kill that. We'll open it up here, sumFX. Make sure it's all working here. I love breaking things. That's what I do. That's what I do. Is it going to open even here? Oh my God, have I totally destroyed it? Oh no. No. This is what happens when you run beta software, folks. sumFX. So I am running the beta, just so you do know. There we go. It is working. Lovely jubbly. It is out now, so that you know it should be all good when you purchase it. I'm having a problem. So there's a problem going on the App Store at the moment. You may have heard me talk about it last week. When developers are giving out codes for someone like me to cash in and be able to do a show. Some apps aren't working in Australia. We're getting this weird message saying app is currently being modified in the App Store. Try again later. And unfortunately, this is one of those apps that's one of those. So I'm still using the beta until Apple sort this issue. It is what it is. It shouldn't affect you guys. So you're good to buy it and stuff. It's just affecting someone like me who gets a free code to develop it. Yeah. Such is life. Let's open another project to get out of here today because I want to show you what running in Logic, because Logic is the new sexy kid on the block. Here's a project I've been working on for my band Utensils. We are in Logic right now. So let me play you a little bit of this, yeah? You ready? Grab onto your ankles. There you go. So that's something I'm working on at the moment. And as you can see in here, I have this running on a couple of tracks. Let's run through the tracks that it's actually on. We've got it on the drums here. We've got it on the brass ensemble. We don't have it on the heavy brass. We've got it on this sax here. No, yes, it's on the sax. We've got it on the clarinet. But I'm only running a reverb on here because the reverb's delicious. We've got some trombones that's running on. I've got some dynamics running on this. Got a limiter on there. And we've got it on the drums to give it some dynamics. So as you can see, it's running beautifully in Logic. We've got no problems with it. All seems good. We can save. I'm not sure about saving presets. Can we do that? Let's have a look and try it out, shall we? So if we want to save a chain in this, I've got to remember how to do it. We've got to go in here, don't we? We've got to, let's click on these drums. sumFX save patch. So we can save the patch. That's cool. What about saving our sounds in here? Save as. So here's our presets. Can we do this? We're going to go save as. And we'll call this cells drums. And we'll head over here to our browser. Where do they go? They go in plugin presets? There we go. Cool. So it looks like it works. Let's try it out for sure. If I go in here and reset this chain and then load. Yes, look at that. Beautiful. So it works in here, saving presets in Logic. All very sweet. Very sweet. Rhythm Finder on the drums. No, that's me playing drums, Andy. That's a drum performance by me that's been edited slightly because you probably can't see today, but well, most people know over here is my drum kit. So over there in the corner, there's my drum kit there. So yeah, that's a live performance of drums straight into Logic, or in GarageBand this was actually done. So you can save presets. That all works beautifully. This is a super app. Yeah, for $5, you got to be kidding me. This is a ridiculous app for $5. They've done a fantastic job. I need to shout out to Nino Beats, who is just doing a phenomenal job reaching out to developers on desktop and convincing them. I don't know what he's doing, man. I don't know what he's doing. He's talking to all these developers on desktop, on Mac and PC, and convincing them to come over to iOS. And he's convinced so many developers to come over. And, you know, here's another one. And this is their second app. And we had big effing meters last week? Yeah, last week. And this week we got sumFX. So it's pretty damn good. And these guys have a whole bunch of other apps. Let's jump over to their website. We'll go over to, what are we looking for? OSC Audio. That is what they are called. And they're on Gumroad here. So look at all their apps. Healing Bowl, Cali Kick, Spring Verb. We've got Rev Guitar. Look at all these things. So these are all, I'm guessing, I don't know, probably coming over here eventually. They're going to bring these things. Hey, Hugh, I hope you're doing good. Wicked stuff. So there's BFM, which we did last week. Here's sumFX. Maybe they're going to go from left to right and just release all these as they're going. But I will let you know, of course, here on the show because, yeah, they're fantastic. Really good developers, really good communication and all that kind of stuff. And, hey, guys, if you are on the Patreon, I have a couple of copies of this to give away as usual. Okay, we're not going to go long today because yesterday we did 2 hours making an AI Pete Johns, and it was out of control. If you missed that show, go back and watch it. It was effing hilarious. We manufactured a Pete Johns, yeah? And we made him say terrible things. We made Pete Johns say terrible things like this.
G'day, this is Pete Johns here from Studio Live today, and I just want to let you know that my favourite band in the world is Milli Vanilli. I just can't get enough of Blame It on the Rain. It's my favourite song. They should never have taken that Grammy Award away from them.
What do you think, Brad?
Yeah, right on. Thank you for doing that.
Exactly. So if you missed that show yesterday, go back and watch it. And as I said, we will also next week be taking a look at the very same MusicFi, which we made an AI of Pete Johns yesterday. And next week we will be making an AI of my death metal growls. And hopefully we'll be able to put it on the MusicFi website. That would be incredible. So you can go and do death metal growls like me if you want. These are the thumbnails for next week's show. So I had a bunch of thumbnails. These are images here made with Midjourney. And Russ and my friends chose this one. We had this one as well here. I actually like this one. But Brad said it looked like I was in a wheelchair. And I don't really want to be in a wheelchair, do I? All right. Remember, folks, we got what's up tomorrow. Let me tell you what's up tomorrow on the show. We're doing this thing. This thing's mental. iSynth. I can't even explain what it does, but it's noisy. So expect some pretty crazy, noisy stuff tomorrow. Really off the wall stuff. Leading into Thomas Christ's show. All right. Today's featured artist. Who is today's featured artist? It is pinned to the top of the chat. It is Darren Anderson and his side project. Let me just bring up the tune so we can get out of here and let you all get on with your day. The track, so his side project is called the Red Motor Project. This is a brand new track called Coming Down the Line. Just released a few days ago, so we're going to go out with that. Tomorrow's featured artist is Hugh Caldwell. No, is it? No, did I get it wrong? It's not Hugh Caldwell. It's Ian Luckett. Tricked you, Hugh. I think I'm doing a Hugh Caldwell featured artist next week on the show. So there you go. But Ian Luckett tomorrow. All right, let's go out and play this song. Thanks for being here, everybody. Thanks always for supporting the show and the channel. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. And for Russ's amazing documentary on Thursday. Let's go out with the Red Motor Project by Darren Anderson. Unmute. Do the things that make you happy, folks. Mistakes make you better, and we'll all rise together. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, right on. Thank you for doing that.
We'll all rise together.
Don't forget, folks, Leela is making a special guest appearance over on Dom's show today. You Pick, I Play. We'll see you over there. See you later.
And we'll all rise together.